Welcome everyone to Insights on Leadership in Life. I'm your host, Roberta Pickett, Leadership and Life Coach, and I am talking this evening about the challenges of running a small rural business. I heard a statistic just recently that over 50% of the people in America actually work for small businesses, and that blows my mind to think that really the heart of America is in small businesses. And so it made me think it's a good topic to talk about. We have that extra challenge being in a rural county of Amador County, California, that it's a small county. There's only about 36,000 people who live here. And so to have a business here, it adds that additional small rural community situation as well. So with me to talk about those challenges are two small business owners, and I have Sandra Downes, who runs a gourmet coffee shop, vegetarian coffee shop up in Pioneer called Pearls on 88. Welcome, Sandra.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
And I have Wayne Ricci, who is the owner of two small businesses, and you have PuroClean of Amador.
PuroClean Restoration Specialist, yes.
There you go. And you also have Amador Station, which is a gas station and grocery store,
Convenience
right?
store, yeah.
Yeah. So welcome, Wayne.
Thank you.
So we're going to have an opportunity to talk both about your businesses, or well, it's about just your stories. How did you get here? So I'd like to start off by just finding out a little bit more about who you are. So you want to go first, Sandra?
Sure. Well, my husband and I have always dreamt of opening our own shop. We didn't know that we were going to end up in Amador County, Pioneer, California, but we both grew up partly in Manteca, down in the valley, and we moved to Missouri and retired from Missouri and started searching for a place somewhere in Northern California to retire and open up a little shop where we can do the healthier version of the coffee shop, and very scary, but...
What did you do previous to having the coffee shop?
Well, in Missouri and down in the valley, I worked for public schools. I was in the administration office, and my husband was a contractor, carpenter, and he worked for the union in the valley in California, and then he went to work for the union in Missouri when we moved out there. So,
and he obviously is your co-owner at Pearls, right?
Yes.
How in the world did you name it Pearls?
Well, that's my grandmother's name, and it's my middle name.
And I notice you're wearing them.
I love pearls, but it's also my granddaughter's middle name. So it's a family name, and we sent that out there to see what people thought about the name Pearls, and had other options, and Pearls won. So that's what our family and friends decided that we should name our little shop.
So you have it does have a nice family, warm sort of a feeling, sort of old-fashioned. And
that was our goal, was to make it inviting and family-orientated. So that's what we were aiming for, yes.
Now, you have children?
Yes, we have two daughters. They're still in Missouri, and we have 3 grandchildren. So our goal is to get them out here to help us in the family business. So they're trying to get moved out here so that they can help us, and we'll be complete.
You may have grown up in Manteca, but you have that Missouri twang.
Well, it just when I'm talking about things, I just forget to kind of try to hide it a little bit, contain myself. But I just
no, it's great.
I don't know. I was out there 18 years since we moved out there with my family from Escalon, but I grew up out there. I went to school in Branson, Missouri, and graduated from Branson High, and my sister, mom, and brother are still in Missouri, and so when I talk to them, I thinking, boy, you sound like a little Missouri girl. When I talk to my sister, and she says, well, you haven't lost your accent. So it's all good. I love those roots, but we're happy to be back in California. We love Northern California, and we love up there in that community. Upcountry community is just awesome.
Yeah.
It is just awesome family up there that we've got, and it's just meant to be.
New family.
Yes.
Yeah.
New family. Absolutely.
That's great. Well, we'll hear more as we move into the next segment about the business itself, but wonderful to have you here, and thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We're really thankful to be here.
We're thankful that you're there too, because you're the closest thing to our house. It's nice.
Well, it was
and as
very
you
scary.
know, my husband loves having you just down the street.
We love our customers. We always say we have the best customers ever.
Yeah, that's
We
great.
love our customers. They're more like family and guests instead of customers. We know most of them by name unless they're in for the first time, and we'll hopefully remember their name when they come back the second time.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. So.
Well, as it turns out, your business is actually literally next door to Wayne's, right?
We're neighbors,
Yeah,
yes, we
so-
are.
We're neighbors.
Yes.
So what's your story?
What's my story?
Yeah.
Grew up in Amador County. Originally from Elk Grove, was born in Sacramento, but the family had the property up here since '61. Grandfather, father, and an uncle had parcels all together. So somewhere around, I want to say the age of 11, 12, we ended up building in the area. So I ended up going 6th grade on Pioneer School, and then ended up went to Amador High School, graduated there, and did 4 years with Uncle Sam, United States Army, and very proud of that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
And when I got back, my wife and I were just starting to really date at that time, and we decided my grand plan at the time was to go to automotive school, because I had a little bit of money saved from the military, and didn't really follow that path because Tammy she wanted to go to college. So I decided, well, if she could do it, I could do it. So what the heck? So we went on to Sierra College and then Chico and did our
At the
stuff
same
there.
time?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And we ended up getting married during about the middle of that, anyways, and. From there, we went on to our respective careers. Myself in construction, and my wife in retail management. I was in construction management for 21 years, and kind of got to the point where we got a little tired of the long drive and the Bay Area, and the whole family is up in this area, especially rural or upcountry, Amador County, Highway 88. So it was like, we got to be home. At one point we were out in Arizona for a year, a little over a year, and there's no trees. So Tammy said, we got to go home. This is,
Depends on the parts. But
well,
I know.
not in Phoenix and, Mesa and that area. It's saguaro doesn't
What they
work.
call trees
Yeah,
aren't
that's not
real
that's
trees.
They're not real trees.
So, we made our way back. We found a wonderful home. Of course, I did work out of the Bay Area for quite a while with some of the larger contractors in the Bay Area. And it just got to the point where we wanted to do something ourselves. So we started really pursuing that. And a couple of things came up, and we ended up with Amador Station, and I also pursued PuroClean as a franchise, and I'm glad I did.
Similar to Sandra and Ed are owners of Pearls on 88, you and Tammy are owner of Amador Station, right?
Correct.
Now, is she a partner in PuroClean as well then?
We're both owners of each.
Yeah.
We're equal partners in both. But realistically, when it comes down to the day-to-day operations, Tammy handles the store. She's the retail person. I handle PuroClean. I'm kind of the contractor, construction guy. So.
Right, well, it fits in well with your background, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So, how long have you been at Amador Station?
We took over February 5th of last year. So we're just over, a year and a few months. So.
And Sandra, you guys opened just before that, huh?
We opened January 3rd
Of last year.
So
Yeah.
we've got our first year.
Wow, we're just right about the same time.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes.
Just a month apart. huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so focused and dead into what I was doing.
know.
I didn't know.
I didn't realize it until you said that either. Yes.
Well, as it is interesting that there's been a lot of change in the county and a lot of transition, and of course, a lot of the recession affected a lot of people. So there were a lot of changes in businesses going on throughout that period.
There was,
So
for sure.
We are glad both of you are there.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We are glad to be there.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's wonderful up there. It's beautiful, friendly. It's just a great place to be and a great place to have a business, I think. You know, even though it's a ways away from the big cities, I think it has its advantages.
Yeah.
Everybody's up there to have fun, or they're glad to be up in the mountains out of the valley. Everybody is just happy to be up where we are.
Yeah, I thank God every day. I do. I mean,
I
you
do
get up
too.
in the morning, you walk out, you look, you go, wow.
Wow.
We wake
Yeah.
up and say, do we really live here? It's just
Exactly.
such a blessing.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It is. We just pinch ourselves thinking, gosh, we
then-
actually live here.
Then there's those rough days you have to drive all the way down to Jackson, to go shopping or
Oh,
something.
wait, you can't wait to get home. You can't wait to
Three
The big city.
stoplights
Yeah, the big
the
city.
whole way, right?
Yes, yes. You're so glad to get back home.
It just wears you out.
Yes.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. And when we do, we'll get into more details about your businesses and what they actually do, and also about some of the challenges you faced, or just how did you get into the business even, I think is something that everybody would like to know. Because I think everybody has a different stories. What drives you to start a small business? Ooh, that's an interesting thought.
Yes.
So hold that thought, both those thoughts, and we'll be right back after a short commercial break.
Will do.